Hi there everyone, this is Mark Williams here, and no, you can't see me in shots, but this is just a short video where I wanted to illustrate to you the changes that you'll be experiencing through following the 8-week athletic development program. On that, we are now in week 7, so we've got one more week to go before you'll retest yourselves and submit that data. So in terms of where you started, I've got this Lego brick here to illustrate for us or represent you and your fitness levels at that moment in time. So 7 weeks ago, when you first started the program, this represents you. Following that first 4 weeks, you've increased your capacity for work. So your fitness levels have increased and you're able to complete more in a given amount of time. We're now in week 7, as I've said. And so at the end of the 8-week phase, we'd have increased your capacity for work again, so you'll be much fitter than where you were. Clearly, when you first started the program, you can tolerate a lot more here. This is really important before you return back to play. So those of you that have been following the program, you are in this position here, which puts you in a really good place to be able to tolerate returning back to the court and working on your basketball specific skills. One thing to really draw your attention to though is the exercises you were doing at the start of the program. If you were to go back to those now, because you're up here, you would find that a lot more easy to complete because you're fitter. What we want you to do is recognize that the program you've been following, you should not just suddenly stop doing and cease doing entirely. The exercises on that program remain important for you to complete. So more information on this will come out as we move forward. But essentially, when you go back to playing basketball, well, you can use the exercises you were doing in the first 4 weeks, and particularly early on in week 1, where there wasn't a great deal of volume. And what I mean by that, you weren't doing many sets and many reps, and the exercises were fairly basic. But what we can do is if I move these out of the way, when you return to the court and you're doing your basketball specific training, at the start of the session, you can work through the exercises from that program from week 1 as a warm-up. And that not only prepares you really well to then go and practice and optimize your practice, but what it also does is it retains that level of movement skill that you acquired through that first 4 weeks. So what we don't want to do is you've got to here, okay, and you've trained really well, you go back to basketball and then you forget everything that you've been working so hard on throughout the past 8 weeks. So we can do that with just a small amount of the exercises, and that keeps that ticking over. So really important that we want to incorporate those things when you are back playing basketball. Keep them going on, and that will contribute towards you being more robust. And what I mean by that is less easy to break, so more resilient when it comes to risks for injury. Okay, so keep focused, keep doing what you're doing. 1 more week to go before you then submit your data. But all importantly, when you do go back, we want to keep hold of this. So we keep using those movement skills and those exercises just in a smaller amount so that we protect what you've gained through this period of time. Keep well, and I'll catch up with you all soon. Cheers.